We are here at Torres del Paine National Park. The weather is fierce as advertised, but beautiful. And who knows, we may see these peaks yet. This is really something, looking up into this mountain here with this gigantic cloud furling over it. Wow. This is the picture from our room as the wind is roaring in. Blue sky, the mountains almost appearing. The Alto Chico River there, the waterfalls, just left of it. This is our room right here, room 42. Looking over at the living room area and the restaurant and into the Alto Chico River here. And back in sunshine, the Alto Chico River.
Actually, the Salto Chico Falls leading to the Rio Paine.
A lovely quiet room. Here we are. Where Janet, instead of having a makeup mirror, has this window over here. A beautiful day for seeing the falls. Just lovely. As Janet makes her first foray out onto the trail. What do you think, Janet?
I think it's great.
All right. Quite a sight here. This is the clearest so far. Oh my gosh. Actually some blue sky behind the peaks. The other main peak is still shrouded in clouds, but this is just so beautiful right now. Check that out up there. Fantastic. That looks like a glacier to me over here. Boy, that wind is blowing.
You can see how in London, it's around the population density is about 5,000 inhabitants per square mile, while in New York it's almost 11,000, and in Sao Paulo it's almost 8,000. However, in Patagonia it's not even 2 inhabitants per square mile. Southern ice field, so it's the third largest ice field in the world, after Antarctica and Greenland, and we are just at the southern tip of it. It extends to 370 kilometers. We are at the southern tip. And the national park is here. We can get a bit closer. This is a map of the park. You can see how we are in the center of it. It's a privileged spot.
Awesome.
This will be the southern ice field. That is where the glaciers are coming from. And on the east side, it's more pampa bush-like landscape, and here in the north center is the massif, the mountains of the Paine, where the towers of the Paine are, the Paine Grande, all the mountains you can see from the living. So it's very different, the landscape we are going to find on this side and on this side. Why is that? Because the rain is mainly falling on the west side, because it's coming from the prevailing winds are from the west, and then everything falls on the glacier and on the mountains. So by the time the wind has passed the mountains, it's very dry. So here it's almost a desert. But here it's really you will see that very rainy and wet in the side. Maybe you have heard about the W circuit. It's very popular among backpackers that come from all over the world to do this circuit. There are 3 valleys that we can also have access to and do excursions
6:30 in the morning, an unbelievable sunrise over Torres del Paine. How about this? Our second full day here. Certainly.
My name is Matt, my friend here Alex. So now we're gonna do the Great Glacier, so we're gonna take the van now. We're gonna drive for 10 minutes to this point. And here we're gonna take the public boat, because our boat kaput. So we're gonna do this, we're gonna cross the Pygmy Lake. It's gonna take like 25 minutes, half an hour to 15 minutes. Up to this point, the Pine Grande Lodge, that's the starting point of the hike. So we're gonna do this hike, 12 kilometers, I think in miles.
7 miles.
Yeah.
7 miles. We need to do this hike in 4 hours, because we need to pick up the boat here. We're gonna pick up the boat here, and we're gonna go to see the wall of the glacier, and after that we're going down with the boat up to this point. And here we're gonna hike like 1 mile to the parking lot. This is like a really flat, but more than that, it's like one of the highlights of the park, one of the area like really.
Really? Huh.
Because all the people going here, and it's like a classic spot. And here we're gonna take the van, and we're gonna come back to the hotel. So we're gonna visit the whole west of the park.
Wow. It sure does.
That's the idea.
And now
Bravo.
we're leaving at 6:35. We might come back around 4:30, 4:40.
This is Alex.
Because we're going to pick up the boat. It's going to take around 2 hours, 2 hours and a half.
And Matt.
Or the drive back. And then we're going to be with.
This is the arm of the W we're walking up. This is the fire bush here. As you can see, it's totally empty. This is Laguna Los Patos. We are 1/3 of the way on this trail right now. 1/3. Oh, that windy up here. Look at the foxglove here, just as I'm walking through. One of the few areas on the trail without wind and without death-defying rocks. So it's worth taking this just stunningly beautiful and wild. We are close now. Only 2 kilometers to the end. Wow. As we cross Rio Holguín. Rio Holguín. Wow. Look at that. This is the Rio Holguín. Going into Gray Lake through this narrow canyon here. Isn't this something? Wow. This is going to be our lunch spot close by as we continue to head down this trail here. Only about 1.5 miles out of our way. So here's the glacier, and right in front of it, an iceberg. Look at that. This is how we get on and off this boat. Can you believe it? Yikes. Okay. We're approaching the iceberg. My goodness. It's quite a chasm through there, isn't it?
Steaming past the iceberg.
All the changing angles. Isn't that something? Hi, iceberg. This is my pisco sour that Alex just bought me. Alex, you are the man. You and Matt, both, you are the men. And it is a pisco sour with glacial ice, accompanied by my Chilean lox on a bagel. Leaving the third and last glacier. Look at these blocks here, you know? They look like they're ready to fall. Right here. And then further down here. Just waiting to calve. Mountains above. And weird shapes coming right out of the ice.
On the beach for the mile-long walk of death.
We're walking down now. Unbelievable. Fierce winds. And now the last hurdle, the hanging bridge. Okay. This is Alex's party, way ahead of us. Because this is our party here. Fantastic. That's a 15-minute head start. He's interested in a puma.
What's that?
He's interested in looking for a puma.
He sure looks like he has a third ear.
Like, okay, human.
Very stately.
Yeah,
Take your photos.
yeah. What is it? What did we when we were in these?
There he goes.
A red fox.
Well, he's going fast. Look at that. This is an emu that we're passing. Wow.
No, it's not. It's a South American rhea.
Must be solitary,
Yeah.
because that's all we saw.
Wow.
Another one looked by itself.
We're at our barbecue ranch, and in the distance we see the canyon, and then in the distance the three towers. Check that out. Meat and sausage and cheese, one full tomato toppings. Great. This is the scene of our barbecue. We're grilling lamb and chicken and salmon. It's quite a sight. Unbelievable. After a great lunch, lamb and chicken stuff, the towers are just about in blue sky. Unbelievable. Sharply delineated. Wow. Can't beat that. I thought this was a man here, but it's just a rocky outcropping. Chilean swallows. Lovely. Beautiful. Heaven. Alto Grande. Wow, that's big. That's really Alto Grande. We are getting our chaps put on, our helmets, prior to our ride. Quite an interesting process as the gauchos help us all. Our saddles for Diablo, for Soldado. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The corn is as high as an elephant's eye, and it looks like it's climbing clear up to the sky. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Let's go. Everything's going my way. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Nothing like a little trot.
That's what happens when I give it a little kick. This is what we're doing. We're crossing water like this. I cannot believe this. Oh, please survive, camera. Please survive. Let's see how Bob handles this. Right, oh, look at that. A pro. An absolute pro. Gavin comes down one step at a time. He's ready. How is this for a ghostly image? Wow. This is a lot less windy than it was the last time I was here a couple of days ago. Still a raging falls. I like that. Alex was just explaining that this is called the modern love bush. It looks sweet, but it's prickly.
I would have totally missed it.
What was that, honey?
Fire bush.
A
I would have
fire bush.
totally missed it if Alex hadn't found it for us. It's beautiful.
It is, isn't it?
It's gorgeous. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And it's only for 3-4 months. Besides that, it's always gonna be green for a while after the flowers, and then we're gonna fall the lily.
We're hearing an avalanche taking place right on this ice field right here. And you can see the powder settling now. That's just where it took place. There's more. Now it has settled. You can see that the cloud has cleared. Alright, watch this. Alex is gonna do this. I got 9, but it's... Yes.
Oh no! I just made it. Okay, the last one.
Last one.
Oh, there we go.
There we go, alright. Saw it. Salto Grande. We are approaching as we're about to leave the horns, which have been so magnificent for us. Fabulous. Wow. Check this out. Salto Grande. Wow. As it continues to roar into Lake Pahoe.
Right, okay. But then in 1701, I think in
See the broken
1971,
bridge? Yeah.
was a big piece of ice. Was in the end, was like a fall from the glacier, and was in the other side of this lake.
Wow.
And the water wasn't coming so strong because this block of ice was stopping that the water could come, you know. So suddenly this piece of ice melted, and then the water came very, very, very strong. and cover all of this bridge, and then we lose the bridge.
Wow.
The
Wow.
power of the
This is it. On Saturday, February 4th. Absolutely clear skies. Absolutely clear skies at sunrise over Torres del Paine, with brilliantly lit up the Massif and the towers themselves. Look at that. There is the tower in the background, as well as the horns being lit up in brilliant pink. Ah, incredible. A matchless landscape of the whole Massif, with fantastic reflections. The area on the left, to the left is the southern ice fields, to the right is French Valley. The horns, the cuernos, and then the towers up above. Wow. 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 As the sun comes up, even more light appears on the other tower. Yeah. Wow. What an amazing privilege to be here to witness this. Torres del Paine National Park, Chile, Patagonia. Now on the Alta de la Sierra Trail with Felipe. Felipe?
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, what are we doing today?
What we're gonna do now is that we're gonna start walking in that direction towards the north, and we're gonna gently start going up to that hill that you see in the back. So those two hills meet. We're gonna turn to the right side, and we're gonna get into the woods in that area. We're gonna see some lakes, and then we're gonna have great views of the mountains and of all this area.
Oh, God, how beautiful. Okay. As we go higher, we can actually see our hotel in the distance here. Valmasera, part of another national park in Chile, either in the Andes or very close to the Andes. We've just got up to a plateau and came across a guanaco, just recently killed, not even eaten yet. So clearly there's a puma in the area, somewhere. There he is. There's the condor. Looking for the guanaco, probably. As he soars around. Wow, look at that. This is all rainwater up here. We're maybe 300 meters up. And we're getting to a point where the forest has escaped the fire.
That could take up to 150 years.
Wow. Felipe is telling me about the lenga trees, which grow right in this area here. And the wood from the hotel is made out of lenga, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Very beautiful. Very distinctive leaves. Let's see. Good view of the South Tower. What is it again?
Almirante Nieto.
Almirante Nieto. The South Tower. And then just the tips of the horns sticking out. We've come to a little stream we're about to ford, and Felipe will lead the way. Okay, Felipe. Very easy. Okay. Got it. This is the trail we're on right now. Doesn't it look like a trail? Fooled me. Okay. These are late red flowers flowering on the guanaco bush. We've seen a lot of these guanaco bushes, but none in red. This is a real late one. What a treat. Delicate, delicate little flowers. Really nice. There he is, crested Garagara. Wow. Wow. This is exactly where the fire stopped, burning half of this tree, killing half of it, but the other half alive, and then all the rest of the trees in this forest still alive. The fire stopped here. This is the alleged trail we just came down. You can barely see any kind of track. Came bushwhacking down through these rocks here. Jeez. Stunning. And now we're in this beautiful close the forest, saved by from the fire, I should say. This is our little lunch spot, and Felipe has, of course, brought a tablecloth, and cups, and salt, and pepper, and vegetables. Fascinating. We're all set here. Felipe's pouring me some really excellent pumpkin soup. I'll get you in just a moment. Thank you. In this absolutely surreal scene where we're having lunch, Felipe pours some Baileys for me and coffee that he's making for me to go with dessert. But I hope the camera can appreciate the beauty and the silence all around us. This is what the hiking has been like, kind of crashing through trees all over the place. This is actually more wide open than some we've been through. Oops. So watch this now. This is the Paine River coming in to Lake Toro. Over on this side is the Sarano River and the Gray River. And both of these flow into the lake and then out to the Pacific Ocean. Sophia? Okay, Sophia is showing me a fossil that she found. And what is it? What is it? This is on the bottom of
the ocean.
Of the ocean.
Yeah.
Sophia thinks I'm very funny, by the way. Yes. A cloud of dust kicked up by any vehicle, especially a bus traveling on the park highways. Look at the river sparkling here. Isn't that astonishing? Wow. I'm not sure I've ever seen that before. It's beautiful. At the end of the hike, the trip, you get a load of this vista along the Paine River. The Cuernos Towers. Just stunning. I have an Austral Cerveza Lager. I'm sitting on a rock and I'm looking at this. As my father would say, das ist gelebt. Das ist gelebt for sure. Love you, Torres del Paine. I am here with Federico from Argentina.
Hello.
We are on the Condor hike.
Greetings for Utah.
Thank you. This is the Austral thrush. A lot of them are out here and all very lively today. come across a reforestation area, and Federico's saying that the green plastic is for lengas and the white plastic is for yeres. Just came across a seedling that is really starting to look like a tree. This has got good wood on it. It's great. Wild blue pea. Finally saw one. Really lovely and delicate. I hope some of the purple shows up. Okay.
It's the French Valley.
Right.
To the left of the French Valley is the highest mountain in the region, the Paine Grande Mount. The Paine Grande Mount is 3,050 meters above sea level.
Okay.
So on the French Valley to the right, you have the Three Horns. The last mountain to the right is the Nieto Admiral Mount, and in between the Horns and the Nieto Admiral, at the very back, you can see two of the three towers. Layer over layer, they got compacted and they became rock, sedimentary rock. So all these hills are made of sedimentary rocks. The Horns are made of sedimentary rock at the bottom, metamorphic rock, granite rock, and metamorphic rock again.
Metamorphic rock.
Because the magma was in place between the sedimentary rock.
I see.
So the magma melted the rock around, the host rock, and that host rock became metamorphic rock.
Federico was just telling me about the many different variations on sedimentary rock. This is sandstone right here, while just across the way we have this conglomerate rock, which consists of the smooth stones smoothed by water, you think? Yeah. Fascinating. And of course a hillside covered with guanaco bushes. By the way, we are standing right now in what is called the Path of the Wind, with no wind. Absolutely astonishing. This is where many groups have had to turn back. It gets so fierce through here. Incredible day. Pygmy owl with exposure compensation. Great. Isn't that incredible? How he can turn his head around like that? That's just fabulous. Yes, you look right at me. That's grand. Perfect. Love you. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Just beautiful. What a treat. Thank you, Pygmy Owl. Bye. We have come across a field of white flowers as we are going closer and closer to the Sarmiento Lake. Beautiful, beautiful daisies. That is. Giuliano was saying that 3 months ago there were absolutely no flowers here. This is just a little lagoon that dried up but was still humid, and that's why they grew. A random assortment. We are approaching first Little Sarmiento Lake, and then in the background, Sarmiento Lake proper.
Finding a white tufted grebe.
Very nice. As we approach Sarmiento, this is Paramero, which smells just like citrus and honey when you rub it together. Really, really fragrant. Old age is not for sissies, and neither is this national park. This plant here is tough, but it doesn't kill you to touch it. Well, this one over here, this is like diamond grade steel wool. Astonishingly tough. Wow. Gisela just tried it, and she was shocked at how tough and sharp it was. Look at this. I mean, you'd think this was painted on, and this one over here even looks like it's like a little forest. Wow. As we're nearing the end of our trail and all of our trails, looking at false Sarmiento, the road, Nordenskjold Lake. And here's Jen on the other side of the airplane as we each have our isolation cubicles. Quite intriguing. Shall I come over and lift that for you? Okay, well, you're doing great.
Really cool navigation graphics.
Oh, I love this. Plane at the very top of the globe. Zooming in. Showing how it starts. The skies in the background, they're also great. On our last day, a beautiful sunrise over the hotel is developing. Wow. Will it develop over the mountains as well? Only the next few minutes will tell. Even up here on this hillside, that's starting to look pretty good. The reflections in the water, the red appearing on the peak. Now it's appearing over the Condor Mushroom Cap viewpoint. It's right up there. Fantastic 360-degree view. Yes, it is getting even better now during our final morning at this wonderful place. Check that out. And this is it. It's really happening. Unbelievable. God, just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Goodbye, Torres del Paine. You are beyond fabulous. Just great.
We will never forget you and always love you. Adio.